Since I'm struggling to find what I'm looking for, I'm just gonna do this video about jobs that I've had, and I want to do it for a hot minute. But which job do I want to start off? First ever job was actually babysitting, but first ever job making good money. No, because I've done a lot of fucking free labor. Never mind. Because I fucking used to help get chairs set up together for the church I used to go to in Hope Lake, the Wesleyan Church. I used to help unload cords of wood when we used to live in a house with a wood burner. I used to help take my siblings to doctor's appointments. That required me either pushing them, lifting them up. I don't know, sometimes being an emotional regulator, it seems like. No, it actually was that. What else have I done? Oh, back to the point. Byline Asphalt and Seal Coating is actually the first job that I did that had good pay. Main reason I needed it is because I needed $7,000. And look at me, I've looked this sexy ever since I was 18. Nobody's gonna want somebody that looks that physically monstrous to beg for money. Don't get me wrong, I still tried, but it wasn't for the green card. It was for something else that I'm drawing a blank to currently. Either way, I worked that job for 4 years on and off. And I say it like that because it was literally a seasonal job. It was fucking asphalt. Asphalt, asphalt. Either way. It's Ash's fault that his asphalt. Either way. Asphalt and seal coating. So what I would do is I would go onto the properties and essentially broom while somebody came next to me with a fucking huge ass blower. Fucking big ass bitch. Takes two of us to unload and upload. I've unloaded it twice by myself. I used to get harped at by my manager, not to it's gonna fuck up my back. Nigga, I'm suicidal. I don't give a fuck if it fucks up my back. I still need to be here forever. Either way, my back feels fine, believe it or not. That was like 2018 to about, no, it was 2016 to about 2020. I worked that job. And like, I just made sure he wasn't looking when I took it down because my ego said if I can do it, I'm doing it. But also my ego said I'm going to do it, but I want to hear people bitch at me doing it. So just do it when they're not looking because they can't bitch if they don't know, but they can assume though. And you know, it didn't happen if you can't fucking prove it happening. Since you can't prove it happening, it never fucking happened. You know, life rules and shit like that. So, the fuck did I put my dabs? I enjoyed that for the longest time. Like, I would say that definitely helped solidify my work ethic and being able to figure out how to focus through things and being also able to figure out what I'm willing and not willing to do for work. I will admit, when I first started that job, I fucking wanted to quit. I fucking hated it. My first day was 11 hours. Now, 11 hours, never doing this type of work before in my whole entire life. Before doing that, so all I did was fucking, like I said, helping set up chairs for a fucking church event, babysitting some kids, and fucking yelling and screaming. I wasn't even caregiving quite yet. I didn't have my janitor job before I did my fucking asphalt soup. And that was literally my first consistently paid job that made a lot of money where it's just like, nice. Because I never really asked my parents for money. Just because I always knew from a very early on stage in my life that they never had money. So therefore, what's the point of asking for something that I've been constantly reminded basically every single day they do not have? So therefore, I learned to just, supply my own cash flow. And after at certain times, man, I kind of found it a little bit hilarious because, like, in a normal family, what the fuck that means, in a normal family, kids walk up to their parents and ask for money. In my family, they come up to me and ask me for money. Now, it seems like a standard foreign type of setup, just from what I remember seeing in movies and TV shows and stuff like that. But typically, it's like, it's the foreign family, not just like the foreign child. I'm the foreign child. We ain't a foreign family. We ain't a foreign family. We aren't a foreign family. We are not a foreign family. We are not us. Us is me. I know the last part didn't make sense. What I'm getting at is, they're American, I'm Haitian. I don't know. No, I'm lying. I know exactly why the fuck they had financial issues. It's because of the whole entire happy wife, happy life scenario that does not absolutely work like that. Same with the happy husband, happy life. It's happy people, happy fucking life. Make sure when you choose your partner, it's someone that loves and likes you, not one or the other. And therefore, your life might be a lot simpler. Instead of having a battle every time you go home, you have somebody that you can confide into, somebody you can love, somebody you could just even walk around, not even talk to, just be around. Somebody that you want to be alone with without being alone is how I've come to learn to think about it. Like, I've used their type of relationship as a staple of what I do not want in my relationship, and I feel if I ever feel like I'm giving her, whoever her is in this idealistic mindset, everything, that she wants. I'm bending to her will, and I can't ask her for nothing. Why the fuck am I nothing? Why the fuck am I giving? Why am I here? Fuck that shit. I've seen a lot of what I don't want compared to what I do want, so therefore I'm at least aware of the things I don't want. But when people ask me what I want, I'm just like, death? I don't fucking know. Back to the job though. So that job, like I said, pertained to a lot of scrubbing. I was scrubbing fucking asphalt. I was on a lot of properties from fucking. I don't know if we did multi-million-dollar houses. I know I got into multi-million-dollar houses doing removal of sorts. But doing asphalt and seal coat, I know we've been on a lot of businesses. I've definitely, my legs, my chest, my arm, I'd say my whole entire body between the years of 2016 to about 2020. I'd say 2018, 19, and 2020 being my peak looks. My body was the best. My body was sexy. Like, god damn, I should have gotten into modeling. Just because, for as much as I was scrubbing 2016 was one job. 2017, I want to say it was one job. I want to say it was 2018 and up. It was two jobs, roughly. Just because I originally started that job, like I said earlier on in the story, because I need something to pay for my green card. Couldn't ask because, you know, I'm young, I'm attractive, I'm fit. Bitch, get off your ass. Stop being lazy. Fair enough. I stopped being lazy. And I stopped being lazy. I don't think I was ever being lazy. It's just everybody perceives work rates differently, and some people respect mental work, some people respect physical work, some people can respect both sides work, some people think sex work isn't work, and I'm just like, nah, that's work. That's work. Parenting, fucking work. There's a lot of things that are work that I do believe that people don't respect it to be work, but it's like, have you tried it? Have you tried it? And even if you can't respect it, doesn't mean that it's not fucking hard work, it's just, you're an asshole sometimes. I don't know. I fucking argue with myself half the times too. That's why I don't really talk to people, because I'm too busy arguing with myself, trying to figure out, am I right for thinking the way that I am, or am I just being a dick right now? Nah, I'm just being a dick right now. I need to knock that shit off. So like, why talk to you when I can just argue with myself? And the difference between arguing with you and arguing with myself is when I elevate to the point where I want to hit myself, that can dissipate. But when I get to the point where I want to hit you, or the fact that we get these emotions going, now it's like, ooh, yeah, time to fight. Now it's like, do you even know what you're fighting for? Either way, so I want to say I enjoyed that job. Towards the later ends, the fucking foreman ended up getting in more position. From my understanding of even going up through the ranks, being there for as long as I did, he consistently was telling, as well as other people were telling, he is the reason why people didn't return the following year. And that's annoying because as time has progressed, like, I seem to fall into this a lot. When I first meet someone, to a certain extent, because it's not everyone, I generally like them. And what I've come to learn about myself, which is why I probably shouldn't like people, is if I generally like a person, dude, chick, it doesn't matter. They're typically bad as shit. And it's the people I don't really care for that end up being good. And I'm just like, do I only like bad people? Does that make me a bad person, or am I just a bad person magnet? And I always think like, nah. If I stop and think about it, I'm really just a person that's acting to be good. Like, to be bad is just me not to think of what I'm doing. But to be good is for me to consciously be aware of what I'm doing at every single moment and try to make sure, could this be seen differently? Could this be seen worse? In certain instances, yeah, and there's no way to change that. In other instances, like, nah, this is 100%. You're 100% always innocent. And there's special circumstances where it's like, I don't want to look guilty, but if I don't get this done, and if I don't do this, and it's like, I would have been guilty for letting them deceased than being guilty for whatever they might have assumed that I did. I don't know, there's a lot of things going inside my head, and I just try to make it look normal when I present to you the information that you're currently asking. I'm sorry! The body's representing, but the mind is busy. So therefore, when you ask me a question, it took me a second. That's why I said, huh? Oh, exactly. I know I said, huh? And then responded back quickly. That's because I was loading back. And by the time you went to repeat yourself, I was back. Exactly. But Barline, Asheville, and Suco, it was fun while it lasted. I already had some friends, made some friends while doing that job. Made a lot of fucking good-ass money. Traveled all around Michigan, basically. I possibly could have made a lot of networking decisions in a lot of jobs I had, but when I'm at work, I don't give a fuck. And I have a social media platform and stuff like that, but it's like, I'm at work to do work, not to promote myself, not to help myself boost up, which is probably stupid, because like, work ain't gonna help you any more than work's gonna help you. And unless you get close to the people that you're working with, even then, hey, shit is strictly business, and you know, you ain't looking good for business now, are you? And I think I'm good for a lot of businesses, but in reality, I'm only good for my business, but I don't even know what my business is. But yeah, that's my first job.
Well,